Google just launched a bunch of brand new Gemini updates that are absolutely insane because now you can create product photo shoots from your house without ever having to leave. And they just launched a brand new update that makes Google Gemini and Chrome so much stronger. In addition to that, they launched several other features that I'm going to share with you in this video. And by the end of it, you're going to know what all these new features are, how you could begin to use them, and some crazy use cases you could use them for. Okay, so that first update that I wanted to show you is if you come over to labs.google and you come over to Pomeli, which you're going to be able to find if you scroll down here to click on all tools, you click on view all and then click on create, you're going to see Pomeli right here. Now, if we click on try now right here, they just launched a brand new update that is absolutely insane. In fact, this definitely put a ton of different startups out of business. So if we come over here, we could see that they're currently experiencing really high demand. And this is the normal thing right here. So basically, this allows you to create campaigns. These could be ads. These could be social media ads. They could be posters. They could be whatever you want. You're able to actually come in here and upload your business's DNA. So it understands your tagline, your logo, what your business is about, what your website's about, what kind of products you sell, all stuff like that. But what's brand new is this photo shoot feature right here, which allows you to create a product photo shoot. So you could choose a product image and templates to get professional shots, or you could generate an image and describe the image that you actually want to create with a prompt. So if we click into this, I want to show you how this actually works and something that I have done. So for some reason, whenever I record this, in fact, if I turn my recorder off, I won't see this red right here. But essentially what you're able to do is come over here and you can select a product image. For example, I'm going to choose these shorts right here. And then we're going to click on looks good right here. And then from here, we can actually come over here and this is going to load up different templates of what they recommend. So we could actually come over here and we could choose between all these different templates in order to decide what we actually want to create. In addition to that, we could actually come over here and we could choose what different holidays we wanted this to be for if it was with a holiday. So we could see that we are choosing all these different templates and this is going to change based on what kind of product you upload. And then from here, literally just click on create photo shoot and then this goes off and creates a photo shoot without us having to hire models, me having to leave my house. In fact, I'm in this hotel room right now. I don't even have this product with me. And I'm going to be able to do this photo shoot. Just like that, this went through and actually created this. Put the shorts on a girl, put the shorts on a guy, he's texting, put the shorts on this guy standing next to an Easter egg because we chose that as the theme. And it gives us a lay down shot right here. And then guess what? We could download all of these. We could edit these however we want. We could save these. This is absolutely incredible. And you could literally get this to create hundreds of photos. You don't just have to stop at 4. Now, the next update that I want to show you is a brand new update to Google Gemini inside of Chrome. We can see right here that I have Gemini inside of Chrome. If I come over to the top right-hand corner, and we could see that we could do a bunch of different things here. For example, it could help me plan a day trip for this weekend. It could see if I have any meeting conflicts, and we could see exactly what this can do. Now, the brand new update here is if we come over here into the model selector, we're going to see that we can now use ChatGPT 3.1 Pro. Now this says that it's advanced for math and coding, but really what this is advanced for is 1, coding, and 2, agentic tasks. Basically, this is Gemini's version of Opus 4.6. So if we click on Pro right here, I'm going to get this to help me plan a day trip for this weekend. So we're going to click on this right here. And right now I'm out in Bozeman, Montana. So hopefully it recognizes that. I'm not sure if I share my location here, but this is going to plan a day trip right here. And we could see this is using Gemini 3.1 Pro, which is going to provide me with a way better experience because it's way better when it comes to agentic tasks. And if we wanted to, we could actually see all the different things that it's going through and doing right here. And we could see that it actually did realize that I am out in Bozeman, Montana right now. So it selected Big Sky and Livingston as options. It's defining the criteria. It's loading up Google Maps. I'm going to let this go through, do its thing, and I'm going to show you what it actually gives me right here. But look at this prompt that we put in here. And by the way, while it's actually doing this, we don't just have to get this to do a day trip. You could get this to find you leads. You could get this to go through your email. You can literally get this to automate anything that you are doing in a browser right now with the new Gemini 3.1 Pro mod. So this has now gone through and this has actually created an itinerary right here. So it gives me what I'm going to do for morning, what I'm going to do for lunch, what I'm going to do in the afternoon, gives me the route, gives me a confidence level, gives me key caveats right here. It literally shows me where everything is, where I'm going to be driving all of this. And this is absolutely insane. Now, if I wanted to, I could update the location. If I wanted to, I could get this to change this. But this actually did a really, really good job considering that it has all of my memory and it knows that I like to go for walks. I walk like 5 to 7 miles a day. I love ribs and chop house type food, which it knows, and I am incredibly interested in Yellowstone. In fact, I probably searched for Yellowstone so many different times on this computer. Now, the next update that I wanted to show you is how big of a difference it makes when you're prompting Gemini using a really good prompt or using a prompt that is fine. For example, let's say that we were going to come over here and we were going to create an image. And this literally applies to everything. Standard prompts, creating presentations, getting it to do agentic work, create images, getting it to create videos, doesn't matter. Let's say that we came over here and we wanted to see a cool sunrise over Yellowstone in Lamar Valley. Actually, I'm going to do a sunset because I think the sunset looks better there, but we're going to get this to create this image right here. In addition to that, what we're going to do to actually compare what different prompts look like, we're going to come over to Gemini over here and we'll see we still have Pro. I'm going to click on Create Image, but with this prompt right here, I'm actually going to use this My Prompt Buddy Chrome extension right here. This tool right here allows you to choose what kind of prompt you're going to be creating. For the sake of this, we're going to do an AI image. We're going to put in our current prompt and we're going to put our ideal output. We're going to put a hyper realistic photo image. Now, I'm going to click on Optimize Prompt. This is literally going to go through and optimize this prompt right here. We could also see that if we wanted to, we could see the history of all the other different prompts that I have created here. And if we come under shortcuts right here, which I'll show you after I do this, we literally just copy this prompt right here, put this in here, and then we're going to put on Create Image right here. We're going to submit this and we could see we could access this from inside of Gemini. And this same tool works with Gemini, with Claude, with Grok, with ChatGPT. It works for all of them. It allows you to get a way better prompt, which you're going to see, gives you a way better result. And if we come over to shortcuts right here, this actually allows you to create a bunch of shortcuts. So like whatever prompts you're using over and over again, you could store them here so that you could very easily see them. So if we look at the photo that our enhanced prompt made, this is it right here. We could see that we have the buffalo here in the field. We have this great river here. We have the mountains. We have the sun setting behind the mountains. Even look at the fog that is coming off of the water here. Looks absolutely incredible. I mean, you could even see like little ripples in the water. This is a very, very advanced photo. And the reason that we got such an advanced photo is because look at all the detail that was actually put into the prompt right here. Now, if we compare that to the basic prompt that we used, we could see that this is the photo that this created. This made the sun like really, really present. But if you actually think about it, if the sun was setting, the sky wouldn't actually look like that. In addition, this just doesn't look anywhere near as photorealistic. I mean, let's again come over here. Look at this. Looks way more photorealistic than this right here. So again, this gives you a way better output. And this works for standard prompts. Like if you were creating a PowerPoint or doing research, works for images, works for videos. It's just going to give you a way better experience with Google Gemini. And my favorite part about mypromptbuddy.ai is you could go to the pinned comment below and get started with it today for free. This tool is an absolute no-brainer. It's going to help you be more productive and get way more out of AI, whether you're using Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, NotebookLM, doesn't matter what you're using, this tool is going to help you prompt way better. Now, the next update that I wanted to show you is actually going to be to NotebookLM, because now when you come into NotebookLM and let's say that you created a PowerPoint, like we could see I did over here, or create slides, we could see that we could come over here and initially we could give this a bunch of information about how long or how short, whether we want it to be a detailed deck or presenter slide, and we could describe exactly what kind of slide that we want to make. But what happens when we want to actually edit the slide? So if we come over here and we start this slideshow, we could go through and see what this looks like, and we might want to change things. For example, I might want this to be bright green and I want this to be bright red. We could actually now go through and change this. And the way that you're going to do this is you are going to come over here. We are going to actually click out of this right here. So I don't know why I clicked into it too much, but we're going to be able to click on more right here. And from here, we're going to be able to click on revise. And this is a brand new feature that now lets us go through everything. So let's say we want less text on this slide. We could tell it that. let's say over here, we could say make this bright red, and then we could see that we could literally go through all the different changes that are going to be made to each slide. And what this will actually do is generate a new deck with those changes. It won't change anything else. It will only adapt the changes that you highlighted here. And this allows us to go through and make way better versions of the slides that we're creating, because now we could edit them inside of NotebookLM. And this is a massive feature that was recently missing. And guess what? This feature is also free and available to everybody. Now, that last update that I wanted to walk you through is going to be a bunch of new features with Stitch over here, because we can now see that we can now export things directly into Figma. In addition to that, if we come over here to the models, we're going to see ID8 here, which is brand new. Essentially what this allows you to do is bring a problem and see different solutions. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click on web right here, and I'm going to say, I need to make this dashboard look less cluttered. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add in a dashboard from this AI tool that I've vibe coded. In fact, makes over $30,000 a month on this. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take a screenshot of this right here. And then we're going to bring this over into Stitch. I'm going to upload this right here. And we're going to say, I need this dashboard to look less cluttered. Essentially what this allows you to do is bring a problem to solve and then see the solution. So I'm going to give this problem right here, and you could do this for web apps, you could do this for mobile apps, doesn't matter. And what this is actually going to do is reference this image right here, gather inspiration, and it's going to come up with some creative ways to solve the problem that I have, which is that my dashboard looks too cluttered. So we can see that this has now gone through and this has pitched 3 different ways that this could clean this up. It gives us a clean list approach, which would be minimalist, gives us the bento box grid, which is going to be modern, and this is going to give us a soft card and categories visual. And what we could actually do is we could ask this to build out any of these. We could ask this to show us what they'd look like. And now we could see here exactly what this looks like. So we have our original version right here. We have this new version right here, which is going to be the minimalist command center, which I kind of like. We also have this one right here, which I think is actually the best out of all of them. And then if we come over here, we have this too. And actually, I'm going to be stuck between these two. So this is a soft visual card version. This right here is the modern bento box version. And this is insane that this actually just went through and helped me update this to make it look way better. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I would strongly suggest you check out this video right here that walks you through the safest and easiest way for you to be able to set up OpenClaw right now, the viral AI tool that's taking the world by storm. If that sounds interesting, check this video out here.